Hello everyone. Today we are going to see modes of failure in design of machine elements. Generally, to get a successful material, we must need to study the modes of failure or the possibility of the failure to avoid all those failures. In which there are generally seven types of failures that can be seen in the material. The first one is the normal failure, in which the failure which occurs perpendicularly to the material. This can be classified into two types, that is tensile and compression. Tensile is the elongation failure. If your material uh, can't hold up the elongation up to the level, then it gets breaked up. That is the failure. Then the compression failure is opposite to that, in which it is the contraction of the material. Next failure we observe is the shear failure. Shear failure is when two successive plane tries to slide each other, then the shear failure occurs. Next one is the rupture. Rupture failure occurs when a material or object is hit by a hammer. Then we can observe that the material is broken into many uneven materials, many uneven manner. That kind of failure is said to be the rupture failure. Next one is the tearing failure. In tearing, generally we'll be having a two parallel forces applied on the paper. In case of paper, we have a example of tearing in case of paper. If we have applied two parallel stress on the paper, we may obtain the tearing failure. Next one is the buckling failure. Buckling failure, generally we will be observing on the axial load component, axial load of the beam or a object. We can observe it on the y-axis of the objects. Next one is the bending. Bending we will be generally observing on the beam, in which continuous bending may occur to the failure. Next one is the fatigue failure. If we apply a cyclic load to the material, we may obtain some plastic deformation, which leads to the failure of the material. These are the seven modes of failure for a material. Thank you.